Hey,
Hi.
Hi.
uh, hey, so who else joining? Three. Okay, so I don't know what Madalena told you. Okay, who else going? Mm, Okay. So okay, like 3 or 3 hours ago, like Madalena told me that she couldn't attend, so she said that I should start the webinar meeting tonight. But to be honest, I don't know any games to play because it's so last minute. So, and she said we can just like chat about anything. Probably we can just start with like introduction or something.
Maria,
Yes.
I think she sent us like an agenda that we should follow. Let me see if I
Really?
can find
Where?
it. Yeah, I think I saw it. Just give me a minute. I'll look for it.
Okay. Because I asked her who is going to host the game, and then she's like, "Oh, you guys can just talk." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm on my phone right now, and I have Zoom also open in my laptop. That one is to record the meeting, and but I'm using my phone right now, and I'm so
I think we can start with introductions. I think it's fine. I'm still looking for it. But I think we can like start talking. Go ahead, Maria. You first. You're the host.
hey, it's Maria, and I'm from Indonesia, and I joined X Culture in 2014. I think Karina and Lily should remember me sort of from the 2017 Symposium. I was the coach back then. Me and Karina also were also the head coach for X Culture for this year first semester, and I'm actually not home. So I just want to show you something. Hi. Wait. Say hi to my friends. Maybe I should introduce my friends as well. This is Kevin, the lazy guy. And Chia, the couch potato partner. This is Evelyn, who secretly wants to play Twister. Show your Twister. Yeah, she secretly wants to play, but. And this is Christine, the house owner. And we just cooked spaghetti. What was the name of spaghetti? Huh? What?
Pasta, cheese, and pepper.
Pasta. It's basically just spaghetti and
Cheese and pepper.
what cheese? What cheese again? pecorino cheese and black pepper, and we have like hot cocoa, and we have uh, we have this like a plum wine from Japan, courtesy of Christine. Huh? Oh yeah, we also have a hot cocoa here from Starbucks, and we have a Thai mango sticky rice.
We never really hear
Yeah, we just had food basically. Korean. Yeah, a lot of things, and we are sort of like watching the Millers right now, but it's okay. They'll be fine. Anyway, but okay, so that's all for my introduction. How do I? So anyone else?
Maria, you are hosting a party there. You didn't invite us. I think that's like unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Why?
I'm
It's
not
just
forgetting
plain
for that.
rude.
Yeah, she's like showing off, like, oh, hey, I'm hosting a party in my house.
This is not my house. You know what they said? They said, Maria, why are you hosting party and not inviting us?
It's my house.
Oh, you should say the camera.
It's my house.
It's her house.
Invitation restricted.
Wow. So yeah.
Really, girl.
So yeah. That's what's going on right now.
Can I give a suggestion? Maybe we should like give some introduction about ourselves, and I don't know if you have any icebreaker for us to do, but maybe then we could talk a little about how the teams are developing the challenge right now. And are you going to attend the webinar on like for the airport? Is going to be on Monday. Is anyone like going to attend it?
So all three webinars are on Monday. I will be on all three of them because I'm helping Tim. It was me who set up the links. But I would love if any of you guys can also join. It would be really, really helpful. I know that Mada is not going to be able to join because she has some work engagement on Monday. But give me a shout out if anyone else can join, please. It would be very much appreciated.
I think I'm going to watch the webinar of the airport because it's going to be at my lunchtime, so I'll probably be able to watch it. Maybe on Monday we could like send a reminder on the group, like, oh, here's the link. It's gonna happen at that time. Maybe other people can join it.
Perfect. Also, the students who have registered are going to get a 1-hour reminder. That's what I set up. But I'm not sure if everybody has registered in advance or they just mark their calendars with the time and date.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can also have a Facebook post earlier on Monday to remind everybody. This is what Vaz did last time.
Okay, no, I think that sounds good. Okay, so I'll do like a quick introduction. So I'm Karina. I am an ambassador from Brazil. I think I already know some of you. And also my roommate Salma is here. Hi Salma, I think we didn't talk yet. And I participated in the Miami Symposium as a student, but I also participated as a coach. And in 2016, I participated as a student in the amazing symposium that was hosted in a cruise in the Caribbean. And I've been in touch with X-Culture, I think, since 2015, because that was the time when I participated as a student, like in the online competition. And I have been part of the coaching program. I have been head coach like twice. So I'm always in touch. I made a lot of friends during all these years. And I'm so happy that I'm going to meet you all in Calgary. Who's next?
I can go next. Just waiting to see if another person decided to jump in. So I'm Duncan. I'm one of the Calgary-based ambassadors, and I have been involved in X Culture in 2016. I think was when I was on one of the international virtual teams. Unfortunately, I was invited to go to Miami, but it was the same year that I was going on exchange to Europe, and so I couldn't really afford to do both. So I went with the European exchange, but I'm really happy to have the opportunity to again be involved this year. I guess a little bit more about myself is that I've been to a number of different countries, but only really Europe and North America. So hoping to travel elsewhere in the future. So for travel recommendations in Asia, Oceania, South America, I would love to hear them so I can prioritize where to go next. Who's next?
I think we should point the person like, I want this person go next, like a game, like an icebreaker.
Yeah. Well, I agree with Duncan. I think it would be a good idea to have our next symposium in South America or in Asia, because like we've America, like North America, and once in Europe. Who's next?
Duncan, you have to point somebody.
I choose Selma because her video just came on.
Okay, well, my name is Selma. I'm one of the Calgary ambassadors. I don't know, yeah, I did X Culture in 2018, so that was the first semester of 2018, and just haven't been able to have like a good time or money to do both the symposiums and just live. So, this was just a cool opportunity to do that, I guess. Just worked out. Fun fact about me, I just did a road trip through BC, so drove all the way west, took the ferry out to the island, and then drove all the way back with my family. So that's where I've been gone for the last week. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone want to go next?
You have to pick someone, Salma.
All right.
That's cool. So
I will pick Lily because she's the only other person with video on.
Thank you. So my name is Lily, and I'm from a small country on the border of the European Union, Bulgaria. I did my first X Culture in 2016 as part of my master's. Back then I was in France, so it was really cool to connect with even more international students all over the world. Then I was invited as a participant in Miami, which was an amazing experience. I met Karina and Maria there. They were our coaches. And actually my team won the marketing challenge stream, so even bigger bonus. I work full time right now. I'm sort of finished with my studies, but it's always nice to reconnect and again be part of X Culture because it was one of the best things I did during my master's, and I'm always happy to come back and give back. A fun fact about me is that I'm a complete geek and I adore Japanese animation. I actually helped host a couple of symposiums and conferences on this back here in Bulgaria, where I'm back. So I guess if there's anybody else who like those things, we can chit chat during Calgary. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys there. Okay.
yeah, I remember your team was the winner of the Miami Symposium.
Yeah.
And I saw the trophy. That's amazing. All right. Well, Salma and Duncan, I'm glad to have you again in Miami. I'm not very glad with Karina because we talk every day. So no, just joking. I'm happy I will meet you again. Um. So Fabian, I see his like camera is on, but can you talk? Is your internet okay now? I remember you were almost the coach in Miami, but something happened and you couldn't join. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're on mute.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Perfect. So I guess I'm introducing
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so my name is Fabian, and I was born in Chicago, raised in Philadelphia, schooled in New York, and transferred to Washington. I've lived in 5 countries throughout the world, namely the USA. I'm currently living in Canada. I lived in Barbados with my mom. I also lived in Jamaica due to studying, and I've spent 2 years in Germany. Outside of that, I speak English and French fluent, but I am learning Spanish, German, and Punjab. Um, there's so much about me that I can speak about, but I guess that's a brief introduction to who I am. I joined X Culture when I was doing my second undergraduate degree in Barbados, and it was a new program. I just do it as an extra curriculum because most persons were saying at least you're guaranteed to get a B, even if you just go to class because you were given 10% for class attendance. And I wanted an easy elective, but that elective ended up with me having a great opportunity to be connected to an unending relationship that I never forget. Unfortunately for my university, they have ended the collection with the X Culture because the lecturer who connected us with X Culture no longer is with the university since she retired. And they're losing out on a great opportunity, but unfortunately, I don't live there, so I can't tell them the opportunity that they're missing out on. And one fun fact about me, I love to travel. I guess that's a fun fact. And I love to meet new people. And X culture is my daily living nature. Whereas living in Toronto, you meet persons from different parts of the world daily. You get to understand and grasp the ideas behind the different cultures that exist. And sometimes it is a bit culture shock to see some of the things that people do. And one of my weaknesses is that I speak with my face. So when I am totally shocked about something, you see it in my face first. But I have been working with X Culture a lot, and I had the opportunity to be selected to attend 3 symposiums. But one of the years that I was supposed to go, my mom had passed away, and then another family situation comes up. And since I am managing 2 families, one in the US and one in Barbados, sometimes it can be really difficult managing that, dealing with my studies, dealing with work, and still trying to build a life in Canada. However, this year the X Culture is going to be in Canada. I decided that come hell or high water, I would not miss it. My ticket is booked. My plans is made with Yaz for the extra activities I plan to do with the program. And I'm looking forward to meeting Karina, Amanda, and Duncan, and Lily, and all the other participants and ambassadors, especially Vas, since I've never met him in person. So that's me in a nutshell. And over back to you.
So happy to have you here now. So you're doing PhD or something, right? Two years ago, if I'm not wrong.
Pardon me? I didn't hear you.
You were doing PhD, right, or something like that?
Yes, I am doing.
I remember you were
Yes.
PhD.
I am still in the process of doing that as well. However, I take a break from the PhD because a number of things have been happening, but I am still enrolled in my PhD program, yes.
Yeah. I remember something happened and you gave your spot to Volva. Was it like?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was, and the ex-culture, like I said, has built great relationship. And I remember Vova, me and Vova is still connected. And if you recall Henrik, he was also a head coach. We are also connected. And I actually went to Germany 6 weeks ago, and we it was through Henrik as well that I was in Germany.
that's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember Henrik. Yeah. All right. Thank you. So who do you want to point now?
I just want to add a comment. I think it's nice that we work together like in GBT like the whole year, and sometimes we think, oh, like it's amazing that now we are going to finally meet like these people.
Okay. And I
I
would
know. Oh my God. Like Karina and I were planning to meet in Japan, but we we didn't really go.
It's gonna happen.
We ended up
Okay?
going
It's
to meet in
gonna
Canada.
happen.
Okay.
in addition to, I would just also like to. So I finally did my introductory webinar and icebreaker just before this. It was great, and you guys can look forward to seeing it immediately after. But I haven't uploaded it yet. I'll send it to Madhav that I have it uploaded. So that's one thing that I have out of the way, and I'm in agreement with you guys that we should stay connected as it relates to the Culture program. And even after the program, as I was telling my team, there's lots of things to do outside before the next Culture project is initiated. And you should stay and just exchange numbers and share ideas, because those things help foster relationship. And even before going to Germany 6 weeks ago to meet Henrik, I had met Henrik originally 3 years ago, and he's like a brother to me. I know so much about him personally than I can say about some of the friends that I actually share a classroom with. So um, I'm hoping that as time goes forward, that I will get to know each and every one of you on a one-on-one level. And I think I might be sharing with Duncan in Calgary. So Duncan, you can prepare that. You will be one person that I am looking forward to know. So apart from those tiring days and those nights with the ex-culture, prepare that when you come to the room to have another 2-hour conversation and caucus with me. And if I can point out anyone, but I'm going to pick on Duncan.
He just introduced himself, right?
I have, but if it's delegated to me, then I can then pick on someone who hasn't said anything yet. So I see that Fernando, he was here earlier, and now he has video. So I'm going to now pick on him.
Yeah, sure. Hi guys. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit sick, so maybe my voice is a little bit like weird. Hi.
Why?
My name
Because
is
your
Fernando.
student paid you?
No. Hi, my name is Fernando. I'm from Peru. I've been in X culture since 2016 as a student, and after that, I started working a lot. So I didn't took part of any X culture activity until last year in 2018 with the symposiums in Italy and also in Nashville. So that was a pretty good experience. And well, fun fact, I hate teaching. So since last year, I started like trying to give it a shot in teaching. So I started like giving some classes in the university or school, like private classes, like a private teacher. And I found out that I really, really like it. So that's one fun fact and one last discovery that I had. So yep, that's much it. questions?
Well, you were in assurance or something, right?
Oh
You work in.
no, Karina is assurance. I think I'm working in a
Uh,
bank. I work as how you call it, like the name. It is like transformation, like something about digital transformation. I work as a service
ah,
designer, but just for everybody to understand it, it's like a customer experience something. So it's
that's
about
cool.
banking and technology, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
So you work in bank.
Yeah. I work in a bank. Yeah.
Well,
It's not that weird. Yeah.
maybe you should talk to Kevin. He wants to work in bank as well.
Who, Kevin or Farian? Oh, in banking? If you want to
He
work
wants-
in a bank, I don't know, man. Think it twice. No, just kidding. I just try to go to like the new areas that they're developing, especially about technology. If you go like into the
okay.
normal areas like tax, legal, I don't know, compliance, it's pretty boring, and it is like very square. Like they have like this mindsets and these rules and regulations. But if you do work in somehow related to technology, you have way more freedom. Like you can
Uh-huh.
design and develop a lot of new things. Some of them will be not legal, but it is a fun experience. So yeah, definitely go into something that has to do with technology.
Okay. Kevin, he said that banking is quite hard, but technology part is fun.
Yeah, that's a very good summary.
Yeah. He said like if you do like tax or compliance, it's harsh and boring. So if you wanna do fun stuff in bank, you should try the technology part. Okay. You want what? Western investment banker. He wants to be an investment banker.
Oh, so you want to make a lot of money?
Yes. He said you wanna make a lot of
Yeah,
money, Kev.
investment banking
Yeah.
makes a lot of money,
Yes.
and they don't
He
quite
got.
like sleep a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are like
Yeah.
90-hour weeks, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of
He
the
got
stocks
accepted
markets and
into
all
a
that.
bank before, but then like he dropped out. All
Great.
right.
Let me
Thank
see
you.
who will be next. Thank you. Valerie.
I'm the
Hello.
only one left. So I
Oh,
kind
I'm
of have to
sorry.
be the next one. Unless I can pass it on to someone else again. So
Maybe
my name
back
is
shot with
Valerie.
questions.
Pass the
Sorry.
ball.
Yeah.
You have the ball. The ball is in your court, Valerie.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So my name is Valerie. I'm from Canada, but I'm from Edmonton, not Calgary. I started X-Culture in January of last year with my school. And then I went to the Italian Symposium. And then I did the coach the semester after. And now I'm doing the Calgary Symposium. So that's X-Culture in 1 year for me. And then I guess one fun fact is I plan to try horseback riding for the first time in Calgary before the symposium starts. And that's about all I have.
Are you planning to do the horseback riding during the week of Stampede?
So my plan is to come the Saturday. I think that's the 6th. I'm going to be in Banff to try the horseback riding. And then I'm going to the Stampede on the Sunday with my dad. And then the zoo on Monday. And then I'll be on Tuesday. Probably meeting a friend in Calgary.
Oh, guys, who's gonna be like who's gonna arrive at the 8th or 9th in Calgary? Someone?
I'll be arriving on the 9th, and I know that Yev is going to be arriving on the 9th as well. he's staying with me, and unfortunately, we are not traveling on the same flight. But I'll be there for 11:10, and I think his flight land he goes directly, so his flight is around 10, so he will be there for 10 as well. But by
Oh,
we plan to go to the Bram, and we plan to also go to the Stampede. But there's a group for ambassadors who are basically coming early. I'm not sure if you
yeah.
part of that, but I am looking forward to connecting, and I'm going to pick on Duncan. I'm looking forward to connect with Duncan when I arrive early because he's from Calgary and he has the secret weapon. He knows what's happening in his city.
Yes. He has all the records. He's our archivist.
Well,
A lot
Selma is
of
also a regional expert. So, but yeah, no,
Yeah, maybe.
I think Karina and I don't remember if Lily's going to be an early bird as well. But oh, I know Fernando is going to arrive on the 8th, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes. I'm arriving on the 8th. Maybe I'm gonna be at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. arriving in the university actually, because my flight I think arrives at 4 5 ish, something like that.
Cool,
So
yeah.
yeah, maybe we can, like, I don't know, meet the ambassadors that are arriving on the same 8th. I don't know, having some dinner or going out, sharing something. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a
Yeah,
good
as long as
experience.
people aren't too jet lagged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
exactly.
definitely.
It would
It took
suck.
me a week in Miami to overcome my jet lag. Like,
Oh wow.
I strongly believe that
I
a
don't know
couple of
how I
shots is
did
gonna
it.
be okay.
Yeah.
But Duncan has the advantage because he's there like every day. So Duncan, I watched your webinar and you talk about the weather, you talk about the snow that might occur in July, you talk about the rain and stuff. So apart from the weather, what can we look forward to that is exciting in Calgary? Exclude the Stampede. What else can we look forward to apart from your amazing park? They have to put it.
Okay, so I'll just do a quick disclaimer first. The weather is not necessarily the thing to look forward to, but sometimes it's actually quite nice. The weather's become a little bit more unpredictable in recent years, but oftentimes July is actually a pretty nice warm month. But some of the other cool things that you can look forward to, the Calgary Zoo is actually a really remarkable zoo. It's one of it's certainly one of the best in Canada, if not one of the best in the world, actually. So it's really, really great exhibits
There's
there.
pandas.
Yes, we do have pandas. I'm also a little bit biased because I volunteer at the zoo as well. But it's a very cool place. Another highlight of Calgary is there have been a number of parts of Calgary that have had a lot of redevelopment. Specifically, there's one area which is East Village, which is actually one of the challenge areas. Like one of the challenge companies is one of the companies that has been redeveloping East Village, and it's a really cool place to just visit and explore. You have like a great river district with all these pathways, all these parks. There's some really cool eateries. We have a historic street, which is where I will be filming my introductory video that I'll be posting on Facebook eventually. It'll happen soon. I've been really slow on it, and I apologize to those who are here and those who are watching this webinar that it isn't up yet, but it will happen. Some other really great things to look forward to. Honestly, during the week of the symposium, we get to go up to the mountains to visit Lake Louise, and that's going to be pretty incredible. I mean, the mountains are one of the big attractions that people come from all over the world to see, and so I think that everyone here will enjoy those. And for those who are like living in the region, like Selma, Valerie, I think you guys can also speak to the fact that the mountains are really quite nice, unless I'm again super biased about that. But I think other really great things to look forward to. I mean, the overall atmosphere in Calgary is really unique, and I mean, excluding the Stampede grounds and the actual festivities there, just the overall city during that time of year is incredibly cool and very unique. Like everyone is out. Like there's an incredible sense of community, especially in sort of like the downtown district. All of the companies, the vast majority of the companies here in Calgary, like they really get into Stampede, and so there's lots of events happening. There's lots of like this really cool like Calgary camaraderie. Like the whole identity of the city just comes to life. So that's also a big thing to look forward to. And lastly, you'll get to meet everyone. So that's also gonna be pretty great. Like you can experience this really cool Western culture all together. And we have a number of really cool and interesting restaurants as well, like old bank buildings and also some cool modern places too. So lots of cool entertainment things to look forward to. There's a bunch of cool walking areas to look forward to, and of course, there are the mountains as well.
Okay, and for clarity, Duncan, I want to bring some familiars from Toronto. How many persons are going to be present at the X Culture? Is it 150?
So there's supposed to be around 150 students.
Yeah.
150 to 160 because I think like the kids group is on top of the regular 150 delegates, but then there's also some people who've had some issues with visas. So it's somewhere around the 150 range.
Yeah. And that excludes the ambassador, right?
That excludes the ambassadors.
Okay, so I want to include the ambassador in my familiar trip. So if you had to include them, how much estimation numbers should you think I work with? 200, 250?
Yeah, I think there's about 200 people attending the X Culture event, including like faculty, ambassadors, students, and I think also the parents of the X Culture kids.
Okay. So what exciting things happening in Calgary? I live in one of the best cities in Canada. Let me declare that. I'm from Toronto, and we brought home the NBA champion.
Yes.
For all of you who are jealous, I'm American, but I was jealous, to be quite honest. So what exciting things are you guys doing for your independence?
The Calgary Flames didn't do so well in the NHL, so there will be no Stanley Cup titles here, unfortunately. They were doing really well up until it started really mattering in the direct elimination rounds in the playoffs. But in terms of cool things that are happening here from like the sports perspective, apparently we're getting a new women's soccer team.
Yeah, interesting.
But apart from that, not a whole lot because we decided not to go ahead with the Olympic bid, and so unfortunately, the Olympics won't be happening here. And I think it's only Vancouver that's considering getting their own NBA team at this point.
Okay, and as it relates to I think Canada Day is like the 1st of July, right?
Yeah.
Well, I am going back home for my independence, which is the 4th of July. So I just want to incorporate that because they're both so close together. I will get to experience both this year. So I'm asking, is there anything special to look forward to in Canada Day as we look forward to in the US for those who have experienced our 4th of July parades? Is there anything exciting in Canada?
We have lots of fireworks as well. We don't have the same sense of like nationalism with like all the excitement, but there are certainly like a number of festivities with like the like fireworks. You have a whole bunch of like food trucks show up in places. There aren't really parades, I don't think, but I mean, for others who are Canadian ambassadors, feel free to jump in for like Canada Day events that you know of that are big.
Guys, sorry to interrupt, but we only have less than 1 minute left. We should move to Lily's link if you want to continue the chat.
Sure.